Siti Aisyah. So recently I've been joining an event at Bukit Bintang, which is Sakura Festival. It's the first ever event, Sakura, in Malaysia. It was held on 20 April until 19 May. Japan is known for land of the rising sun, but also for castles, samurai sword, cherry blossoms. So at the event, there are so many activities can be done there, such as experience wearing yukata, art, craft, food, and dance. This experience provided me deeper insight into how cultural variations shape individuals' viewpoints and highlighted the importance of respecting different cultures. Further objective of this event are celebrating the beauty, culture, and transcendent nature of cherry blossoms. Sakura, which symbolizes spring, renewal, and fleeting nature of life in Japanese culture. The next one is promoting Japanese culture and tradition, like music, dance, food, tea ceremonies, and more. The festival often features a mix of traditional and contemporary Japanese culture elements. The last one is providing an opportunity for people to enjoy the outdoors and appreciate nature. Like during the spring season when the cherry blossoms are in full bloom. Masculinity versus femininity. Japan scores a very high on the masculinity index, indicating society that emphasize traditional male roles and value such achievement, success, and performance. So this cultural framework can be observed in various aspects of Japanese society, including its mythology. What's interesting is that in masculinity, kitsune masks can depict a powerful, fierce, and mischievous trickster that values achievement and material success. Meanwhile, in femininity, kitsune masks are also shapeshifters, often taking the form of beautiful women. It's also emphasizes cooperation and relationships building. Long-term orientation. So Japan scores very high on long-term orientation, indicating a society that values preservation, thrift, and adapting traditions to modern circumstances. For this dimension, a performance by the Sakura Odori Japanese club, which they perform the arrival of the spring and the vibrant autumn leaf of Sakura Odori at the event, it shows insightful emphasis respect for the tradition and history. The event provides a rental yukata for all the visitors that came so they can experience wearing yukata. This dimension explores how culture approach enjoyment and self-control. It scores low on the indulgence dimension, indicating that it's a culture of restraints. This means that Japanese culture places more emphasis on regulating the gratification of desires and prioritizing social order, discipline, and duty over self-indulgence. Yukata, traditionally made from a lightweight and breathable fabrics like cotton, might reflect a cultural value of practicality and comfort, especially during hot summer months. The origami had an emphasis on structure and clarity, where all models of origami rely on well-defined folds and precise instructions. Step-by-step guides become essential tools, ensuring everyone folds the model the same way and achieve the intended form. Folding complex origami can become a dedicated activity, similar to how one might approach a work task that requires full attention. During my workshop, I mirrored the instruction by following it step by step to make the Sakura origami. Universalism versus particularism. Japanese culture tends to lean towards particularism, emphasizing context, relationships, and situational factors. When a Japanese person speaks another language, they may bring their particularistic tendencies into how they use the language. For instance, they might still consider their relationships and contexts when choosing words or phrases, even if the other language is more universalist. At the event, the MC of the event was mixing Japanese and Malay language to interact with the audience without any translator with him. It shows that the MC can adjust his language depending on the situation. However, it's more for a situation, the MC is more comfortable adapting the language to fit the specific context in Malay while maintaining a formal tone in Japanese. Another topic that I can relate to this event is communication barriers. Japanese culture relies heavily on context and non-verbal cues rather than direct language. This can be challenging for those from low context culture where explicit communication is the norm. Example for communication barriers like language barriers, navigating language differences during the festival, especially with international visitors. For me, on the event, I had some difficulties on trying to understand the MC words. He speaks a lot of Japanese and only use certain Malay and English words that easy for him to speak, but his gesture by speaking so energetically really made the audience fill in the gap, and despite on having trouble on the different language. Another topic is culture value. When we learn from culture in which individual is nurtured by culture exchange and learning. So during the event, I participated myself in the workshops and demonstrations, and they offer workshop and demonstration that allow attendees to learn about Japanese culture and tradition, like painting kitsunemas and make a Sakura origami, since the event theme is Sakura. In conclusion, attending the Japanese culture event was a captivating experience, particularly because of the Sakura festival, a celebration deeply rooted in Japanese tradition and symbolizing the arrival of spring. The feeling blend of tradition, creativity, and entertainment, making it a memorable culture celebration. All things considered, going to the Sakura festival helped me to better understand on how cultural diversity affects people's viewpoints and action. My goal is to enhance my understanding of other cultures and make a positive impact on a more open global community by actively engaging in cultural activities that promote true relationships and friendships across the national boundaries. Going to the event, I can probably answer what challenge might global company face when incorporating the Sakura festival into their intercultural management strategy, and how can they overcome them. For me, language barriers, communication can be hindered by language differences, for example, Japanese. Providing translation service and encouraging the use of a common language such as English during events can help bridge this gap. Another one is, how does the concept of cultural symbolism play a role in the Sakura festival, and what does it teach us about intercultural management? So, cultural symbolism is central to the Sakura festival, with cherry blossoms symbolizing the transient nature of life, beauty, and renewal in Japanese culture. In intercultural management, understanding and respecting such cultural symbol is crucial for effective communication and relationship building.